89s. Today we'll be ranting and raving on the Indigenous situation in Canada. So, to start off, we're going to talk about the justice system. The relationship between our Canadian government and our Indigenous countrymen has always been, well, pretty rough around the edges, to say the least. We've always had this kind of mistrust between both groups that has started from first contact up until this very day. We can see the reverberations of this relationship in today's justice system, where at one end, the Indigenous community feels like it's being repressed and it feels like the system is biased against them. And on the other hand, you have white Canadians that are afflicted by stereotypes that limit their understanding of the community at hand and feel like they can't connect with them. So the true problem afflicting us and our justice system isn't really the justice system itself, it's the ignorance plaguing those that run it.
Fear in the future, but scar of the past. This concept is what we call intergenerational trauma. A very well-known concept for the Indigenous communities, not in a good way. The terrible part about intergenerational trauma was that the government of Canada put them in boarding schools, but they were not very gentle boarding schools. It was an attempt to destroy the cultural life of the Indigenous. It brought not only a traumatizing thought to the family, but also to the child as it returned home. This never-ending chain of negative and traumatizing thoughts will lead to the next generation who will sadly suffer from the same mental problems. Sadly, I think it will probably take another half a century just to fix this problem.
Lately, a lot of the news we see or hear about the Indigenous people is about the Truth and Reconciliation movement, but mainly about the activists like Shelley Nero, House of Trumbo, or a tribe called Red. The thing is, a lot of people today don't realize what they are trying to do. They go around wearing their Native American headdresses, asking what the big deal is, when they don't really listen to what they're saying. Like the group, A Tribe Called Red, makes their music to help raise awareness and eliminate stereotypes, but also cutting out all the profanity and nonsense out of their music and shows. Same goes with the award-winning Shelley Nero, who helps expose the problems in the community with her portraits that are very outgoing and very flashy, to say the least. So, in other words, I think that we should start listening and stop ignoring.
Oh, well, be damned, ladies and gentlemen, if that isn't what I call some ranting and raving. Good night, Exotic 89s.